What's good, everybody? Back in your ears one more time. This is GeekSet Radio. My name is Jut. As always, I'm chilling with my main man, Danny.
What's up, people? Danny, Newark Hip Hop.
And we got a special guest in the building, the Goon Princess herself. What's up, Gabby?
Hey, guys.
All right, so we're going to flip it up a little bit this week. We're going to start off doing our pop culture segment. So we're going to put tech at the end of we'll put tech on the back burner today. So let's get it kicking with some TV shows. Danny, you watched Spartacus this week, right?
Pretty much, man. I think it's the biggest show, current biggest show starting up, and new season. The last season just started up last night, the War of the Damned. And, I mean, it's back, and it's the Spartacus show that we love. It's violence, and it seems like if anybody's seen Spartacus already, you know how much violence there already is. It seems like they ramped up the violence.
Cause that shit was getting boring last season.
I mean, they were fucking crushing skulls, like mad, all types of shit. So, it has the violence again. It has the crazy sex. And there's a new character in it. The guy's name is like Cragilist, I believe. And he throws like this political evil guy, but a guy you want to like at the same time. And yeah, this fucking season, if episode 1 is any indication for what the rest of the season is going to look like, they're going to finish off this show pretty fucking epic. It was a good episode all around. I'm not going to try to ruin it too much. I know some of the listeners might not have seen it, but if you really, because a lot of people really enjoyed season 1 just because, the over-the-top violence, and there was the good acting there. Like, there's still the good acting. You got Spartacus, you got Gannicus, and you got Crixus. All three of the goons together. They got a massive army with like a couple of thousand free slave gladiators, and they're just wrecking shit up and fucking Rome up.
All right, cool. So it comes on Fridays, right?
Fridays at 9 o'clock on Stars. And yeah, like I said, definitely a watch, especially since now it's like a down season. We're in between shows and shit to watch. Game of Thrones, I think, is the next coming up, or The Walking Dead also. So this is the thing to watch right now.
Yeah, the only thing that's really big right now is Justified, really. And I was gonna talk about it this week, but last episode was kind of slow, so like I don't know. But Gabby, have you ever seen Spartacus?
No, I've never even heard of that show.
Really?
Yeah, what is it, like on HBO or something?
No, it's on Star. But you don't watch a lot of TV anyway, right?
No, I don't.
You spend all your time on Twitter.
She's probably gonna do like the way I tried to watch that with my girlfriend, and she was like, "What the fuck do you even like about this?" It's like it's random violence and sex. I think Gabby's having technical difficulties there. Let's see.
All right, so another show that's actually just kind of popped up is Real Husbands of Hollywood, that I think a lot of people have been talking about it. I think mostly because it's Kevin Hart, but my girl DVR'd it, and I started watching it, and that shit's pretty fucking funny.
Is that the one where he it's not a real reality show, but he makes fun of reality shows?
Yeah, it's him. It's Kevin Hart, Robin Thicke, Nelly, JB Smoove. I'm probably forgetting somebody.
I think that Ferris Kojo guy is on there.
Oh, yeah, and fucking Nick Cannon.
And Nelly. Or did you say him already?
I said Nelly. But I mean, like, I don't know. Actually, you know what, though? Robin Thicke is actually kind of funny in this show. I didn't think that he would be funny, but I don't know. He's pretty funny.
Damn, you got all them singers up there.
Yeah. This nigga Kevin Hart, though, like, you can kind of tell that, like, Kevin Hart's kind of carrying the show.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just a character, you know what I mean? Like, he's a clown, so it kind of makes sense. So, like, his character, like, he wants to, like, be everybody's, like, he wants to fit in with everybody, but, like, he's surrounded by, like, pretty-ass, like, dudes, like, fucking Robin Thicke's a playboy, Nelly's a playboy, you know what I mean? And Kevin Hart's this short, dark-skinned ass nigga. But, like, I don't know, it's pretty funny. But Boris Kojo or whatever, like, I don't know, he seems forced. Like, his character just, I don't know, dude doesn't seem very funny to me. His, like, acting is stale. I don't know. But JB Smooth is in it, and if y'all, JB Smooth is like real. He's a real like underrated comic. He's pretty funny too. But I have no idea when it comes on. Whenever it pops up on my DVR, that's when it comes on for me. But check that shit out.
I think it comes on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays? Don't Catfish come on Tuesdays?
No, Catfish is Monday.
Okay.
That's another show I gotta watch. People have been telling me about fucking Catfish.
Man, you gotta watch that shit. It is fun. Cause like
it is so funny. You seriously have to watch it.
Yeah, the last one I saw, I was watching it, and it was this dude, this white guy, and he was talking to this girl, quote unquote, for like 2 years, right? So in 2 years, he had never gone on Skype with her or none of that. And so they're like dropping the L word and this and that. And I guess there was some reason as to why they never could visit each other, whether they lived too far away or whatever. So I guess like, you know, he called the dude from Catfish and he started putting the pressure on the girl, quote, like, why you haven't guys met, this and that and the third. So she was like, oh, well, I actually live here, which was like 30 minutes away from where old boy lived. So they drive up there, and his friends are like, his one friend was an asshole about it. He was like, watch, dude, you're going to go up there, and it's going to be a guy. So he goes up there, they ring the doorbell, and all of a sudden you see this, like, fat black dude, like, come around the side of the house.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like, hi, I'm such and such, also known as Amanda, which was the girl's name.
Wow.
Man, I ain't never seen a white dude get so pale in my life.
Wow. Yo, I'm telling you, I thought, what was that fucking other show like that? I mean, it's all fun and games till somebody gets killed. Watch.
Man, I think that had to be one of the funniest episodes.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You saw that one too, Gabby? Where the dude was like, and he was gay too, but
if
he was
I
like,
was a white guy, I probably would have like choked the black dude up.
I don't even think he like could do anything. Like I think he was just so shocked. But it was like a gay black dude.
Yo, cause you gotta think about it. This fucker was probably sitting there having fucking bullshit ass IM sex and shit.
Yeah, and to make it worse, he like sent him a picture of his, you know.
Yeah, there you go. He's probably doing all that now. He comes to a realization that it was a dude the whole time.
They said dude like he got kicked out of school because he was having a fake relationship with the student whatever the hell you call them, the student advisors or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having a fake relationship with that girl. They said he probably talked to like 20 or so guys using that name in those pictures.
Wow. Yo, but you know what? I don't know how.
That's so lame.
You know, with that show, I don't know how people still get tricked like that. You know, this isn't back in the AOL days. Like, you got fucking Twitter, Facebook, fucking Skype, all these different things. Well, you know,
right.
Like, how the fuck are you talking to somebody for that long? And, like, you guys ain't Skyping or some other shit like that.
I know. Like, at the very least, like...
Or you're looking at that same one
not
picture.
Even a phone call.
Right.
Exactly.
Because the one I saw, this shit was funny, is this chick in D.C., and she was a stripper, and she, like, couldn't find the right dude. I mean, I'm not going to go out and venture as to why, but anyway, so she had met this dude that lived in Atlanta, and he was a stripper, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had been talking for a while, and he had only sent her, like, this was like 2 years as well, I think. And he had sent her, like, over the course of 2 years, like, 4 pictures, right?
Shit.
And, like, they never Skyped again. They never Skyped or nothing like that. And he's like, you know, I would come visit you, but I'm always so busy. I'm always traveling, this and that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, excuses out the ass. So she, like, you know, she starts grabbing her balls or whatever and starts pressuring him about it after the catfish dude comes down there. And she was like, oh, well, actually, I live, you know, here, which is, like, right outside of D.C. So they drive up there, goes to the door, and it's this dude that looked like Patrice O'Neal shows up at the door.
Wow.
That shit was too funny.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that shit, man. How people still get fooled like that nowadays is fucking.
Yo, he tried to give her a hug. Yo, that was the coldest curve I've ever seen in my life. She she like turned her shoulder. I was like, God damn.
I can just imagine, but you still.
Wait, was that the chick with the blonde hair?
Nah, I don't think she had blonde hair. She was a stripper chick in DC. And then the male stripper's name was Scorpio.
That's gay. I wouldn't even want to be with a male stripper.
Yeah, I don't know. Them pictures look mighty suspect too. But the thing is, like, how you in a relationship? Well, let me quote that again. A relationship for 2 years and you get like 4 pictures.
And probably 4 the same pictures that look probably like 16 years old or something.
It wasn't even the dude. This dude was using a profile of a dude that he saw online, which is even more suspect. That you're looking through dude's pictures, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this guy to be him.
Yo, but you gotta think about how fucked up. I mean, I've had this talk with people before. How fucked up mentally you gotta be to take somebody else's pictures and act like that person for 2 years, pretend you're somebody like that for 2 years. Like, you gotta be real fucked up.
Dude had like, at first he told her when he was Scorpio that he had 2 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it came out again while he's still playing as Scorpio that he had 4 kids.
Wow.
And she's like, oh my God, I don't.
Did he have any kids?
Yeah, it was true that he had 4 kids. But like, I'm telling you, he went from looking like, I don't know what black in shape dude you can think of. whoever. So I swear, yo, this dude looked like Patrice O'Neal. This nigga showed up to the door with a
LL Cool J.
This nigga showed up to the door with a tall tee on.
Wow. Wow.
I was like,
but you know, it's fucked up because deep inside them people's heads, they want to wish, like, you know what, looks ain't everything. Maybe the person will accept me as I am.
But at that point, you know what though, it's way too late because you already carried on like that lie. Like, that's beyond just like a little lie. That's like everything that you base that quote unquote relationship on is like completely fake.
Some shenanigans right there, man.
That's some fucking.
That was the craziest thing about the episode last week.
What happened last week? I didn't watch it.
Like, the girl, like, she turned out to, like, actually be the girl from the pictures, but I don't know, it's like, basically she told the guy, huh?
No, go ahead.
The episode last week, she had told the guy she was talking to was a transgender. And then, so the dude, like, they were talking for, like, I think, like, 4 years. And he was like, okay, he's a transgender, whatever. I'm going to just, like, learn and deal with it. Which kind of already made him kind of suspect. Because it's like, what are you doing on a gay website? And why do you find it okay to talk to a girl that used to be a man? But whatever, they kept talking. And then they finally met. And it turns out she wasn't even a transgender. She lied about it. But then after she told him, he was, like, disappointed. So it's like, what?
Oh, shit.
Yo, how the fuck you lie about being a tranny, yo?
That's like reverse. Oh, what the fuck? You told me the truth. I'm mad at you telling me the truth.
Yo, you know what that reminds me of, yo? That
the
thread
fucking
that you linked, that we was talking about yesterday?
The football player. I was about to bring that up. That fucking football player.
Yo, that dude in that thread said they stepped the training game has stepped up in the last decade. I about died, yo.
That was funny, man.
So what was up with that Manny Tiao dude?
Oh, Manti Te'o. It's the same thing. Like, we were talking about it last week. Is a whole bunch of bullshit's coming out. Like,
what's up with him blaming a little kid now?
What'd you say?
Is he trying to blame a little kid now? My sister was telling me yesterday he was trying to place the blame on a kid or place the blame on somebody else.
I don't fucking know. I stopped following it because, like, I felt like every other day, like, some new excuse was coming out. Like, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but he said that she called him, like, on the 6th of December saying that she had to fake her death because she was ducking some drug dealers.
What?
Yeah.
And then dude came out and said, somebody came out and said that his friend was the one that he was using a fake, like, voice coder thingy to sound like a woman because there was like 500 some hours of recorded conversations between Manti and Lenny, quote unquote. I don't know. It's a bunch of bullshit, really. I stopped following it because it's like a fucking circus.
That's some
Dude fucked up, though. Dude fucked up.
Some sick shit.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's move along. I actually got a chance to see a movie that's kind of getting shitted on a little bit lately. But I actually enjoyed it. It's a movie, Gangster Squad. For those of you that don't know, it's got Josh Brolin, Ryan Gosling. I do, by the way, he's a pretty solid. But yeah, it takes place in the 50s in LA. It's your typical crime movie. Got to get a boss, and these guys basically are off the clock. They're almost like their own little vigilante squad. And Josh Brolin picks these dudes for their skills. You got one guy that basically is the Lester Freeman of the 50s, and he hits that wiretap.
Nice.
And it's actually, did y'all see Ted?
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah.
You know that creepy ass dude that was trying to kidnap Ted?
Oh no, I didn't get into it. I saw like the first half.
Oh
of
yeah.
He plays the wiretap dude in this. But it's actually a pretty solid movie. There's a lot of good action scenes. The storyline is all right. It's a little cliche, but like for me, that time period of LA, like the 1950s in LA, like always like interests me. Like you got like LA Confidential, Mulholland Falls, like those type of movies. It fits right in with that. It's a pretty good movie though. I'm not gonna go a whole way into it.
I'm surprised that people are fucking
3.5 out of 5.
People were hating on that shit bad.
It really wasn't that fucking bad. Now, if I see a bad movie, I'm gonna let it know. But I mean, there was parts where it was a little cliche. But a lot of people, I think, were really just judging it off the trailer. But they chopped the dot. Like a lot of people were shitting on that scene between Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, where he's like, I'm just trying to take you to bed or whatever. Mm-hmm. But there was like lines in between that they chopped up. It was actually him having a conversation with her, and he was basically, because he's like the pretty boy in the movie. He's the young cop that really doesn't give a fuck. And then they have the one black guy who he played in the Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah.
And he was also in Hurt Locker. But he pretty much killed his role in this one. He had like wasn't a major role, but he played his role well. But it was funny that his character was a beast with knives, and he was like throwing knives at people. Mm-hmm. And I really thought that they were going to give that to the Mexican dude that was in it. But I guess they didn't want to be the whole way racist.
Too stereotypical, right?
Yeah. That's pretty good. I definitely recommend it for y'all. Like the fight scenes. The end scene between Sean Penn and Brolin was pretty beastly. These niggas start throwing hands. But yeah, it's all about them taking down Mickey Cohen and his empire. But basically, like the 5 of them. It's like 5 people. But it's pretty good. Like I said, I give it 3.5 out of 5. So check that shit out, y'all. So let's keep it moving to I'm gonna go to Gabby with this. What's up with the black woman hero Beyonce?
Man, I don't even know. I was at the inauguration actually, but I didn't get a chance to see her perform. I didn't get to see anything because we didn't have tickets. So I don't know, like we were kind of, I don't even know where we were based on where Obama and like everything else was. I couldn't see anything. All I could hear was him talking over the megaphone, and we ended up leaving before Beyonce even sang because it was so cold outside. But I'm kind of upset she was lip singing, and a little more upset that everyone just kind of like brushed it off, like, oh, whatever, it's Beyonce. I'm just like, okay, well, I think that regardless, she should have sang live,
Yeah.
But
yeah, how do you lip sync the national anthem though?
Yeah, and it's like, what was even her excuse as to why she couldn't sing it live?
She probably said it was too fucking cold. Because she seemed like she would be the type that she's like, I'm not singing. And leave it at that.
Yeah, she's too good to sing live now. I don't know.
Jay-Z done gassed her up the whole way.
They probably weren't paying her for that shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. She's probably doing
I didn't see them.
Doing Obama a favor, so.
Nah, fuck that. You don't start, okay, number one, you're one of the biggest stars on the planet. You shouldn't have to lip sync. And number two, come on, man, it's the national fucking anthem.
Yeah.
That's like, on top of it being ridiculous, I find that that's borderline disrespectful. But it says in this article. It says in this article that she didn't have enough time to rehearse with the Marine band.
Get the fuck out! Like she got called overnight. Hey, listen, tomorrow you're gonna be singing at the inauguration. Come on, She fucking
I
knew
mean,
ahead
come
of
on,
time.
no, but the national I think everybody knows the national anthem, or just about
And
everybody.
she performed it before, right?
Yeah, she did that shit when I'm sure she did it a couple times as a solo act, but I know she's done it with Destiny's Child.
Didn't she do it at the Super Bowl one year too? Or I'm going crazy.
Yo, and she's, you know what? She performing at the Super Bowl this year too.
All right, there we go. I know I was going crazy.
She
Let's see
performed
if
at
she'll be lip syncing this time around.
She probably will. Knowing her, I'm telling you, she seemed like she one of them lazy stars that, like, she gotta have a fucking, like, 13 yellow roses.
Oh, I hate that shit.
You know what I mean? And, like, a
5 bottled waters.
Skittles.
5 bottled waters from 5 bottles of water from Fiji brought in by 3 Somalian twins. Or some shit.
How
Like
three twins, though?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, I need all 3 of them. That's some crazy shit like that.
They all 3 have to have their hands on the bottles.
Yes. I've heard crazy shit like that. I mean, that's fucked up, man. She couldn't do it was the live performance. Had to sing. I didn't even watch that shit anyways. But just the fact she was lip syncing.
Yeah. Well, from someone that's been in the game for a while,
She did look good, though.
Well, I guess at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
For sure.
All right, so going from, like I said, somebody that's done probably won every award in the book to an up-and-coming guy who has been pretty much everywhere lately. Let's talk about our boy Kendrick Lamar and his hit single "Swimming Pools" finally went platinum. Now, Danny, you're not a big fan of his, right?
I mean, I have the album. I've heard it. That song is my favorite song. That's my pre, during, and after drinking game song. That's actually my favorite song. So I'm happy to see this. I mean, like I said, I gave the album a listen the first time. I know a lot of people were putting that classic status on it. I personally don't think it was a classic. It was a very good album. I think more than anything else, the hype was the fact that he was from the West Coast, and there has, besides probably Game, there hasn't been an artist from the West Coast to pop off in the mainstream like that. I'm not talking about, underground guys or guys in the background, but mainstream. He's been the last guy from the West Coast besides Game who popped off because of 50 a couple of years ago. More than a couple. It's been over 10 years ago probably.
Yeah, I think more than anything that this is a good sign. Like, in this day and age, it's hard to sell records. With everybody not buying music. I almost said our typical buying music.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. I think it's a good look. And the album was solid. I think everybody's too quick to throw classic around. But this song was all over the radio. They played in the clubs. But I didn't really even think it was the best song on the album. But it's a good single to get your name out there. And I think whoever marketed this for him was pretty fucking smart leading this out. But this dude's been grinding for a while. Now, Gabby, you're a big fan of Kendrick's, right?
Is he signed with Dre? Is he signed under Dre's label?
I don't know. Gabby, do you know?
Isn't he with CDE?
Couldn't tell you. I'm about to have to hit that Wikipedia quick.
I could have sworn I heard somebody say he was under Aftermath. But what did you think about the album, Gabby?
I honestly thought it was amazing. It was my favorite album of last year, but everyone's saying that it's too early to call it a classic or whatever, but I mean, I would call it a classic. I feel like I can see myself listening to it like 5-10 years from now and still loving it the same way, but I just think it's so different than what I've been hearing recently, especially in the rap game. It's like when you actually listen to what he's saying, there's so much meaning. And a lot of rap music these days doesn't really have substance to it, but it's like there was so much behind that music. I fell in love, so I like it.
Yeah, and like I said, like the song was a huge hit in itself. But and that's even more reason for people to go, oh, I like this song. Let me go check out this album. Like, it's a classic push where you put one single out and you use that to build everything else off. I mean, it was on mixtapes before, but there's, again, you take what's popular and you add it into the album. You don't do what Chief Keef did and you take a song that's been out for well over a year and it's been playing well over a year, and you throw that on your album that came out later than it should have to begin with.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, he stayed with fresh material on this album, on Good Kid, Mad City. But, You know, it came out a while ago, and I think it sold pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. And he deserves it. He's a good kid. He's a little weird, but I think that really shows through his music, through his expression. But I think that's probably my second or third favorite song off the album anyway. Money Trees is my favorite song off the album. That's one of the best songs I've heard all year. But yeah, props to K-Dot, because that song is good. The album is good. And it's good for hip hop.
When's the last time a single, a non-Lil Wayne Drake single went platinum? And he is signed. He's signed to Aftermath and Interscope. So, you know, he has a good machine behind him. He has Dre behind him. So the marketing's gonna fucking be there. But, you know, the fact that this is a non-Lil Wayne ridiculous sounding song that went platinum, I think that in itself is fucking great.
Yeah. So, we'll keep it moving now off of that, and we're still on the topic of celebrities, and Twitter and celebrities go together like peas and carrots, and then with that comes trolling. So, Danny, who do you like? Who are your favorite people that you follow on Twitter?
Shit, you know, actually, from celebs, I mean, let me see who I have on there that I can think of that's active. Probably like a couple of rappers, probably 50. Joe Buttons, you guys know Joe Buttons, he's real active on there. But I don't have too many major celebs. I know some of the dudes from the Cali, and I know Gabby participating in this fuckery. Some of y'all be going hard on some of these celebrities. You guys be going hard. No, I really don't follow nobody. I was following Kim Kardashian until Kanye knocked her up. Then I unfollowed her. That's pretty much it. Like, as far as like real famous fans, at 50, Joe Buttons. Because, you know, I like to follow people that actually post themselves, not just motherfuckers that just have like a whole retweet Twitter team or some shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Well, Gabby, what about you?
Gabby,
right now, I don't really follow many celebrities. Really, the only people I follow, like Spitta or who else do I follow? Like Drake, but he never tweets.
Who's that fool that
Wale, despite all the slander.
Who's that fool that got you blocked?
Huh?
Who's that fool that got you blocked? Wasn't it Wale that blocked you?
Oh, Choppa.
Oh yeah, he ain't even a celeb.
It was Choppa and Joe Budden.
Oh man.
Man, yo, you remember that night that fucking Danny? I don't know if you were there, Gabby. I know you were there that night where fucking one dude made Buttons react, and he was going back and forth. Who was it? It was
it was Loose and Tony.
Yes.
Yep. That shit was so funny. I had to screenshot that so I can go back and laugh at it.
Yeah, I think we all got in his mentions that day, and then he ended up responding to me. I don't even remember what I said, but he responded to me. Then later on, I ended up blocked. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
He reacted. I'm surprised Mac Miller hasn't blocked me yet.
He's always reacting.
Mac Miller hasn't blocked me or Mills yet, and I don't even know how.
Yo, I remember when these fools were messing with.
I gotta give Max props because y'all be in his mentions faithfully slandering him, and he hasn't reacted at all.
I mean, when dudes were going at Chief Keef for a while, and dudes like, y'all about to get shot up. You live in Chicago, so leave his ass alone. Nah, but some of these celebs, man, they fucking.
Yeah, I'm chilling from trolling.
You know what though? I had to troll the other night, all because Ahmad Black, the safety from the Bucks, he got mad when I hit him with the Z's. He told a corny joke, and I hit him with the Z's, and he got mad. And he told me that if I was a better comedian, I would have more followers than people I follow. And I told him if he was a better safety, the pass defense wouldn't be so shitty. And he got mad.
Woo, got it.
And then my nephew started trolling, which was even better, because my nephew went at him no mercy.
I'm telling you, that's the thing. I was never a Twitter fan. Joe was always telling me about Twitter. And I was like, man, I don't see what the fucking thing is. Like, once you go on there, and you add some of these fucking people, and you see people getting on them and really pissing them off, and it brings that weird personal connection. I was like, yeah, I can fuck with this. And that's just, that's top-notch celebrities. Never mind, like, low-end celebrities like fucking Choppa Suit.
He deserves all the slander he gets.
And all these other half-ass people.
Right.
Getting on him.
But yeah, the best though is when all the dudes from the collie go at somebody all at once.
Yo.
Especially those Z's, they're like never ending.
Yo, the Z's will get piled up like 4 or 5 times, and it just keeps on going. Even if you gotta delete a couple Z's to add yours in, that's the best. Or my other favorite is when somebody will ask something, like they'll be like, "Oh, what channel is the game on?" And somebody will be like VH1, and I'll be like HG.
And then everybody's putting dumb stuff.
That shit is the best.
I remember one time this dude asked for the link for the Jewels mixtape, and people was putting like CNN, MySpace.
People have no mercy on Twitter, but like some of it is funny because people ask for it, but then some people just go out of the blue to make themselves feel so important. Like there's always that balance on Twitter. That's just like high school where you have like a bunch of different types of personalities all at once, and somebody's always getting their names thrown under the bus. Lately, it's been Danny's boy Loose.
Loose, hello, faggot.
Yeah.
Faggot.
We always get our share of slander.
It used to be you, Gabby.
I know, I used to get slandered like every day.
Twitter's you gotta watch your back. The bullets are always flying, especially if you follow the dudes from the collie.
Oh hell yeah, hell fucking yeah.
And speaking of Twitter, this new wave, this Ask FM shit, it's been
I've been in the pain lately.
Yeah, you've been. These questions trying to get some people out of the paint.
Yeah,
that's that ask me anything random shit that's going on now.
I guess it's like a little thing that you sign up and people send you a question and then you answer it. But when you answer it, it tweets your answer.
Man, that's for important people.
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing I like about it is like how a lot of the people, like with Dion and Mills and stuff, it's like they'll be like, oh, so between Gabby, V, and Bree, who are you gonna fuck, marry, or kill? And like, what would you do if Brian was twerking on you at a party? Like, why are you even?
Man, somebody asked me that, and I was like, what kind of faggotry is this?
That's like loose right there. Loose on there.
But my favorite one was everybody kept asking.
So what's your beef with Loose?
Yeah, Danny.
Who,
well,
Loose?
actually, I don't even remember why.
Man, that shit. Remember that shit started with the
Frank Ocean.
With his girlfriend Frank Ocean and shit. He was on there viciously defending like just some and he was saying like the most low key gay shit, and I kept catching him on that shit. He in the closet.
Wow.
He in the closet.
I feel like sometimes he sets himself up for L's, but then he says he does it on purpose. When Wiz Khalifa was wearing those leggings, and then he was like, oh, if Nas wore leggings, I'd cop a pair. And I was just like, really?
You see it?
Dudes, you know what, though? And that's not just him, though. I see a lot of people, stand celebrities way too hard. Like, they'll call gay something gay. Like, it's like that episode of the Boondocks where the one dude that Riley was standing up on was, like, gay. And everybody kept telling him he was gay, and this nigga was, like, rocking purses and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen that episode. But, like, that's how I feel like with a lot of these dudes and some of these celebrities. They're like, oh, nah, it's cool. I seen Nas do it. Or da-da-da-da-da. Like, I seen Jay-Z do it. Or I seen Chief Keef doing it.
Yeah, shit. Like, oh, it's cool to be bisexual now, Loose? Man, he was going hard. He was going hard for his homeboy. He was going hard for him. And the album sucked anyways. The fucking album, really the album fucking sucked compared to his first work.
I didn't even really like the album that much. I only maybe 4 songs.
I like 2 songs on there. I only liked Pyramids and Think About You. That's it. And Pyramids is really like 2 songs because that shit's long as fuck.
Yeah, I only liked I want to say Pyramids, Sierra Leone, Super Rich Kids. I think that's about it.
Yeah, Loose was... A lot of people was caping on that. They were like, oh, that's the album of the year, but I ain't having that shit.
I like Miguel's album better than Frank Ocean's.
I didn't like that album that much. I only liked a couple songs off of there, too. I'm picky when it comes to R&B, so... I'll just
Fortune was pretty good, too.
What's that?
Fortune was pretty good.
Shit, I'm behind. I ain't listening to that shit either.
Oh, no, I need to get together. It was good.
I be like behind on shit. I'm like, oh, I'll listen to it. Like I'll hear something, and then I was like, yeah, I'll get to it, and then I never do. And then like 3 months later, I'm like, yo, and I feel all dumb because everybody's like, man, you late as fuck, yo.
That's how I felt with the ASAP album, because like everybody heard it when it leaked, and then I waited until it actually came out to listen to it.
Man, that shit is selling crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it got like 141K the first week.
Yeah, that shit on Finally Rich is struggling.
That boy,
as it should.
That boy in jail, man. That boy in jail.
Man, you know what? Everybody, and you know what? That reminds me. Chief Keef fans are like a cult now. Like, and I like Keef for what he brings, like, sometimes, but like, people were really like, you know, people were like talking about Finally Rich, like, oh, if you don't like this, you a coon, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, man, why do I want to hear this nigga spit the same way about the same stuff on every other song? Like, he's on that Rick Ross shit.
Because he cooler than a cooler.
Cooler than a cooler.
Yeah.
You know, the craziest thing I heard, though, this guy told me that Finally Rich was better than Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, are you serious?
Nope. I mean, I appreciate it is for what it is. Like me and Danny say, like, sometimes we just, like, want to listen to some ignorant ass shit.
Good music.
And yeah, that's what it is. These niggas on TV are deep frying pizza. Nah, yo. I'm done. But yeah, man, I don't know. This music's all fucked up. We'll have to do like an all music segment one time and get to the bottom of this shit.
I'll definitely be a part of that.
Get some of these Chief Keef stands on here.
We should start playing some of them fucking tracks.
Oh my God, thank you. Like, Future's okay.
Future's that dude, no homo. Future, yo, his new mixtape, that shit go fucking hard, man, hard.
I forget who it was the other day. They said, Max B greater than Future, don't let nobody tell you different. And I had to hit that with a favor because Max really fathered Future's style.
Oh, man, see, I'm against that. They got two different styles.
Nah, that whole singing and rapping shit,
to me, but they harmonizing. But dude's been harmonizing. You know who used to do a little bit of that shit? If you listen to like his first and second album, DMX used to do a little bit of that shit.
Yeah, you're right. Well, actually, you know, if we really want to take it back, fucking Bone Thugs really mastered that shit.
True that.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives.
Yeah,
but like what I was saying, like that whole like harmonizing, like while being like a swag rapper, that's Max B, right there.
But you know what's the thing, man? Like, I think Future has refined that style more. Like, I understand because I remember the thread you were talking about, Nakali, and people were trying to compare catalogs. You know, you can't compare catalogs just yet, because Max B put out tons and tons and tons of fucking work. And, the shit that gets me about a lot of that Max B stuff, if you guys really listen to those tapes, a lot of those songs were fucking one verse or a verse and a half songs, whereas, fucking Future's putting out whole songs. But not, you can't compare catalogs just yet, but I think Future's refined that fucking sound. He's definitely more popular than I think he's more mainstream than Max B was.
Oh yeah, but I think like I don't know. We can never really say what would happen because Max is a fucking moron. But I don't know. I feel like Max was the better rapper. I feel like he was just I don't know. I mean, and I'm not trying to shit on Future because I dig some of his music, but I don't know. Some of it just sounds like he's got a cold and he's just whining sometimes. Like I don't know. It kind of bugs me sometimes. But he all right. He knows how to make a hit. I'll give him that. My homeboy James at work. He was like, yo, say what you want, but Future know how to make a hit. And I was like, I had to step back from it. And I was like, you know what? He's right. Future got an ear for that. So some people have it, some people don't. But dude's a legit star.
Yeah, somebody actually brought on Nakali. I forgot. There was a thread about him, and somebody broke it down. Matter of fact, it was that dude, it was either Megatron, or I want to say it was Art Bars trolling ass. Somebody broke it down, because Future, he signed, I forgot to what label he signed. And they're like, they're connected to like most of the major artists that come out of Atlanta. They go through that camp or whatever, and like they have like a whole style of how to put out songs, everything from the beats to the topic that's in the song and all that shit. So he has the pedigree for it.
Hey, do what you got to do. All right, so Gabby, I know you got to get out of here, but you want to tell everybody where they can follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Gabby Taught Me. Gabby with an I-E, not a Y. And I'll follow back. Thanks for listening, and thank you guys for letting me come on the show today.
No problem. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate it. You're welcome anytime you want to come on.
True.
No problem. I'll catch you guys later.
Later. All right. But yeah, man, I guess like if you got that right camp and they can push your music the right way and put it in the ears of the people that, you know, to make it successful, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not hating on those. You know what I kept thinking of? Because I remember when T-Pain was really big a couple of years ago. I mean, he was fucking, the dude was on every fucking record, literally, until fucking, yo, I honestly, I wasn't hating his music that much. He had some hits, but then fucking Jigga came out and just tried to crush that whole, auto-tunes. You know, everybody knows Future's real big on the fucking auto-tunes tip. So I wonder who's gonna come out hating on Future. You know what's the thing about him that I like about him? The dude's humble. Like, I don't think, you haven't seen no fucking YouTube or no World Star video, and fucking, and the dude's paid. He has to be paid because he has hits.
Oh, yeah.
He has hits the last couple of years. You know, he's pretty humble compared to your average rapper. But I wonder who's gonna be the first person to fucking to test him, because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but like, you know what though? What like really, I don't know. It's gonna be some jackass that wants to get his name out there. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, what do you have to gain by dissing a dude like Future? Like, he just mind, like you said, he's humble. Dude just mind his own business. Like, he's just trying to make a song, do a hook for a song. Cause that joint that he got on his mixtape, "Bitches Love Me," man, that shit is flame.
That shit's all over there. That shit with it's funny because they say when you listen to it on the radio here, they call it Drake featuring Lil Wayne featuring Drake, "Bitches Love Me." They don't even put Future on it sometimes, and fucking it should be fucking Lil Wayne featuring Future, because Drake just says like a word or here in the hook. But that song's big. He has that other song with is that with Ciara? He has some new shit out.
I don't know.
Yeah, he has some new shit with like Ciara or one of these R&B bras. So he's definitely all over the fucking place, man.
And that's good for him. That, you know what though, that shows you like, if you do your music the right way, you make a track and you do like, I don't know, like there's different types of people that grind like in different ways. Like we talk about like the way Chief Keef grind. Like he made a song and it got hot locally and people played it, and all of a sudden, boom, it's out. But like with Future, like he's been like on the low for a minute, just kind of working hard and keeping his own style. And then finally, you know, just by hard work and putting a lot of content out there, you know what I mean? Like just not some bullshit track every week. You know, he's putting quality music out so that people can listen to him. And he's like, you know, here I am. This is the type of artist that I am. You know, because he went from making a song like Same Damn Time, where he's, you know, bragging and being real, you know, classic swag rap, to a song like Turn on the Lights, which was a fucking smash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is basically a fucking love song.
And he began. People forget he was supposed to be a one-hit wonder, because the first song most people remember him by is by Rax. He had the he was on Rax with YG or whatever, and that was actually a YG song. And fucking most people thought he was gonna be a one-hit wonder. I did too. But then I was like, let me look this guy up, and I looked up some of his like Dirty Sprite mixtapes and some of his like, you know, other mixtapes. And that's the other thing. People have to start like, we always say about this with The Weeknd, how The Weeknd put out a whole bunch of good free music. A lot of these mixtapes that he puts out, like he's putting out free like album quality songs, like that song we're talking about now with Lil Wayne and Drake. That's on his latest mixtape, which I'll pull up right now on Google Music. That song's basically thrown out there for free, and I'm talking full length, fully produced song, not no half-assed song. So, you know, if you put out, we've said it many times, so you guys need to start listening to us and get these record deals. Put out good songs, good tapes, put them out for free, and the people will fucking will take it from there. The Free Band Gang tape, that's the one he just put out.
We're gonna try and put some more music into the show. We'll probably have to get a couple people on that follow everything more so than we do, but definitely trying to keep our ears to the streets a little bit more for y'all. There's probably like the one little area that we're lacking here. But yeah, that mixtape, I was listening to it the other day, and that shit was actually kind of dope. The production on there, that shit had me like really going, because that's when I'm listening to something for the first time, the first thing that I pick out is, okay, how do the beats sound? You know what I mean? Like, how does the production sound? Does the music sound clean? Like, just not even like, oh, that beat is tight. Like, I really listen like for a little shit in the beat. Like, okay, how is this beat put together? You know what I mean? Like, because I don't like no fucking lazy producers. That's why I don't like Lex Luger. Because every fucking beat sounds the same, you know what I mean?
Young Chop on the beat.
Young Chop, you know what Young Chop does, but his beats are, like, some of them are different. Like, if you take, like, we'll compare, like, Don't Like to, on Big Sean's mixtape, he had that song with French Montana, Moolah.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Young Chop beat, but it's just way different. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that's the type of depth that I like to see from a producer, where you know that's his style, but you can also tell that it's different from his other beats too. You know what I mean? Like, remember back in the day when fucking the Neptunes were lighting everything on fire?
Yep. They had that whole shit with Nori and all the other cats. Yep.
Yeah, like, you can tell that it was a Neptune sound, but it was a different beat. Like, it didn't sound like a carbon copy of everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit that I make.
That, you know, but the thing is, that was during the age when producers didn't even want fame. Like now, you always produce, you know, they're dropping they got their drops on the beats or whatever. They're trying to be more important than the rappers. That's why a lot of people say, you know, a lot of these like down south beats, they all sound a lot of trap beats. They all sound the same. You know, that's where Future does stand out. A lot of those beats are fire. And yeah, again, if I'm not wrong, he has like his own in-house production team. So they ain't even looking for people from the outside like that.
A lot of, you know, and I think that's, you know what, they're probably taking a page out the old Bad Boy book, because if you remember back in the day, they had their own in-house production team with Stevie J and all of them dudes.
Yep.
They made their own shit where they had their own sound, but it was distinctive, but it was different from beat to beat. You know what I mean? I think that's almost probably the best way to do. Like, now it's nice to have a Kanye produced beat, you know, whatever that really means anymore. You know, because I don't think his production is what it used to be. But, you know, to have something from Hit Boy or something like that on your album, that really stands out, so you don't have just a mundane sound throughout the course of your album, you know what I mean? So it's good for variety, but it's also good to have a solid basis. It's like a fine line to walk, you know? So, but moving on from music, let's talk about North Korea for a second, man. These dudes feeling themselves.
Yeah, they talking shit again. North Korea's popping shit again, talking about they're gonna drop them nuclear things on us. Like somebody said, they fucking must be hungry out there again. Cause it's always the same thing. Every, at least once or twice a year, they test missiles, which half the time work, half the time don't work. Then they say they're gonna bomb us. Then we talk to China to tell them to chill out. And China tells them to chill out, so they fucking smack them upside their damn head. And that's just fucking, I don't even know what the fuck is going on, man. If you guys really want to know what the fuck that country's like, I really recommend looking at the Vice documentary about it. But that is a weird ass fucking place. Not even like because of communism and nothing like that. It's just a weird ass fucking place, man.
Yeah, there's I don't know if I recommended this as a Netflix recommendation, but since we're talking about it, I'll go ahead and drop it. I can't remember you'll have to look for it under the documentaries. Actually, I'm on Netflix now, so let me look real quick.
I think
it's the one with Lisa Ling, where she goes basically undercover in North Korea.
Yeah.
It's a part, like, she goes along, like, under the guise of being a film crew. It's called National Geographic Inside North Korea. But Lisa Ling, I don't know if y'all remember from Forever 21. I take the shit out of that. What was it, Channel 1 back in the day in school? We had that shit. But she's a journalist or whatever, but she goes with this doctor, and he's performing I believe it's glaucoma surgery, since glaucoma is like rampant in North Korea because of conditions and things like that. But that's the way that they were able to get in the country, when all the while she's filming all of this stuff, about what goes on in there. And I mean, it's almost like some other planet shit, like just the things that they do there. Just like it's crazy. I definitely recommend that for y'all to check out. But that country's like so fucked up, man.
The people, they always said, the amount of people that are starving out there, and some of the things are, because the media does tend to exaggerate, but it's definitely not the best place to be. And there's an obsession with the leaders, with Kim Jong-il and his son now, which is Kim Jong, I want to say Sung or something or the other like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, but I mean, the son was basically groomed to be a mini-me of his father, and following his father's footsteps.
Who was a mini-me of his father.
Exactly, and following in both their footsteps, he's fucking threatening to drop nukes. And, you know, they may have the technology to make them, but, you know, they don't have the technology to militarize them yet. Yeah, but even if they did, I mean, they know. They know that even like attempting to do some shit like that would get the little island wiped off the planet.
Yeah, even a lot of people were like, oh, if we do something, China's gonna do. China's like probably calling them like, yo, y'all gotta fucking chill.
China will be the one to fucking take them out.
Yeah, China's probably like, yo, y'all gotta fucking chill. Y'all about to fuck everything up. Because China, the more I see, China's really just like trying to get their paper. Like, on the most simplest of terms.
China will fuck them up, man. China will whoop that ass if they even attempt to do some shit like that.
Yeah, man. Like, they gotta chill. Because it's just, I don't know. Like, the thing that, like you said, they have to militarize it, but they have the capability to build that. But at the same time, like, they don't have they have like the technology to have it, but they don't have the means to manufacture and build it the way that it needs to be built. And besides, like, it's so far away that, you know, worst case scenario, if they were to drop them things, it would really only affect, I think I saw in the news, you know, take it for what you will, it is the news, but I think it would really only affect like Alaska, Hawaii,
we don't need
the Pacific Islands. I mean, it's Alaska. Nobody really gives up.
Goodbye, Alaska. Hawaii thinks they're the shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
When's the last time someone been to the fucking Pacific Islands?
Yeah, I don't know, dog. But I mean, it's. I think it's them wanting fucking attention. I really think that's what it is.
That's all. They want to renegotiate the aid deals and all that.
Yeah, man. It's
packages in there.
Yeah, and like you said, the leader's fucking crazy, yo. He's like, he's young too. If I'm not mistaken, he's like in his early 20s. Yeah,
he's probably like 25, 26.
Yeah, so dude definitely is feeling himself. He's. I'm trying to look and see if it. Dude's 29.
Oh yeah, he was still relatively young.
20. He just turned 29. He's a year. He was born the year before me. He was born in 83 or 84. I was born in 85.
Yeah, so compared to other leaders of the world, he's fucking young.
He got that privilege, dog.
He's young as shit, man.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something. It's probably gonna be one of those things where it just kind of blows over. You know, we talk about it for 2 weeks straight, and people get all paranoid and shit. And the tinfoil hat people come out of the woodwork for a week or two, and then they disappear again because it's news, but it's not anything really to be worrisome about. Now, if they try to like team up with Mexico or some shit like that, then I'll be worried.
Yeah, that's when if they start because that's the real worry. The real worry is, and it's always been that they're gonna start selling this technology to like the Taliban or cartels and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have a problem.
That's the worry.
So, let me put my tinfoil hat down now, so we don't get into that. But all right, so let's brighten some stuff up real quick here, and I got some dumbass Craigslist deals for y'all today.
Yeah, we haven't done these in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't been looking, but I actually looked the other day, and the first thing I did was send it to Danny so he can get a good laugh out of it. So all right, so let's do it how we always do, Danny. I got an ad here for a Samsung Galaxy Captivate.
You don't say.
Yep. The original Galaxy S. How much would you pay for this?
The original Galaxy S. I don't remember the specs off the top of my head, but I think that wasn't even
one gigahertz Hummingbird processor.
Wow. I'd give probably about $50 for that in pretty good condition, you know, with the charger included and everything like that.
Yep. Yeah, so just to put it in perspective, we're on the Galaxy S3 right now. And rumors are the 4 is coming out this year. We'll get into that later. So this out in like 2009, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just read the ad for y'all. For sale, there's a used Samsung Galaxy Captivate. They also have a bling case that they'll include.
What?
There's a small... I have no fucking idea.
A bling case, that's all I need to know.
Yep. There's a small crack which is visible in the picture on the top right-hand corner. It doesn't interfere with any of the phone's functions. It does not include a charger. Oh, and they also want everyone to know that they won't ship to West Africa or anywhere else. But yeah, they're asking for $150 fucking dollars.
Get the fuck out of here. $150. You know, it's funny now that you mentioned that. After you're done with your deal, I think I do have a deal that I can bring up.
Alright, cool. And I think I have another one. I hope I didn't post the same one twice. Let me see. Wait for this to open. Oh, okay. This is even better. Well, actually, it's about the same. So, you remember the Motorola Droid, right?
The original Droid we're talking about.
The OG Droid.
The original Droid, yeah.
The slide-up joint.
Yeah.
I had that around the same time as I didn't have that one, but I remember the commercials coming out when I had a 3GS. And that was like in 2009, I think.
You know, so crazy. I remember I held one of those one time, and the thing that struck out to me about it was like those things were heavy.
Yep,
that was
solid.
That was a heavy, solid. That was a piece of weight. Yeah.
Yep, it came out in October of 2009. I remember them pushing around Christmas time. They were really ramping up that marketing campaign. So so 3 years old for a let me see, it's a 1 gig processor if I'm not mistaken too. I'm trying to find these specs real quick. Oh no. It's 500 megahertz.
Psh, not even a fucking gig.
Nope, 512 of storage of RAM. Yeah,
so let me see. For that, I'd give up again probably shit. I mean, 50 and they're lucky, and they're gonna bring like a bunch of accessories and be fucking brand new.
So not $150?
Hell no, not $150. Not even close. Like I said, 50. We're like in the Droid Razr M right now.
Yeah, they got the Droid series, like the keyboard. They still there. I think they're in the Droid 3. So again, this is the first generation of 3.
That's fucking.
This cold weather fucking up everybody in Pennsylvania, bro.
That's just fucking crazy, man. It's fucking. I pulled up this deal. It's funny now. I saw it after that Samsung phone that you just mentioned. I was looking for, and I think I must have sent you. It's about the Nexus 7.
Nah, yes.
Oh man, so how much would you pay for a shit? I mean, this isn't as entertaining, I think, because it's new. But how much would you pay for a Nexus 7? Now it's been out about 6 months. A 16 gigabyte one.
How much does 16 gig retail for? 250?
Those are the 250 models, yes.
So when did it come out again?
October.
I would pay, I think, at most for 16 gig. I'll probably pay $200 at the most.
200.
That's about fair.
200. Hang on. No, actually, hang on. I think I may have done this wrong. Let me read the actual ad. Working Nexus 7 has a single crack from the top of the unit that goes into the right. Everything outside of that crack works. Powers up, charges, works just fine. How much would you get for that? With a Nexus 7 with about a crack in about 25% of the screen, everything above that does not work. And the phone and the tablet only works in landscape mode.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, they lucky if they're getting anything over 100 for that.
Yo,
if it doesn't work above the crack, fuck that, because you have to replace not only the glass, you have to replace the touch screen, you have to replace the LCD.
Well, to replace that, I looked that up. Just to replace that, it's almost $200.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they want $100 for it. And it's not even worth it, because it's going to cost you again, if you want to replace the screen, it's going to cost you $200, so you're down $300, or you can get a fucking brand new one. But yeah, they want $100 for a tablet with a crack in the screen. If it was just a crack and the whole screen worked, no problem.
Yeah, when I said that, I thought that the screen worked, and then I had to catch myself like, oh shit, the screen doesn't work. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. If they get, nope.
Nope, they're fucking asking for $100 for a Nexus 7 only like 50% works. That's ridiculous. So these ads, man. Yeah, we gotta definitely bring this back. This was one of the most entertaining things. The prices that people ask for shit that doesn't work. You know, because we ain't riffing on shit that works. We're riffing on shit that's fucking third, fourth generation down and has defects to it.
Yeah, that's fuck that. Fuck that. All right, so let's jump to our new segment that we got. We keep popping off with segments here and there, trying to see which ones stick. I think this one's gonna stick because I always end up seeing some stupid shit. But this is our Nas loss of the week. So we're gonna try and bring to you these L's that people are taking from week to week, since I usually have my ear to that, and sometimes it might be us taking an L for the week. I kind of took one this week because pretty much the whole Northeast has, because it's been in single digits. And did y'all get snow up there?
Light snow, nothing that would like stop shit.
Yeah, we got like maybe an inch or two.
Yeah, nothing else.
But
half an inch probably up here.
You know, people, as soon as it starts snowing, people started buying all the milk and shit at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, my Nas L of the week goes to New Orleans Hornets fans. These niggas are changing their name to the Pelicans.
To the
I'm just
Pelicans?
Let that sink in for a minute. The Pelicans.
To the fucking Pelicans. When's the fucking... I don't even know where to start with that.
The Pelicans, bruh. Like, it couldn't be no Cool Bird. Like, it couldn't be, like... I don't know. Like, I guess the whole thing is, like... they've been, you know, trying to change the name, and they had a bunch of fan suggestions and things like that. And there was actually a couple of cool names on there, like the Crew, spelled Krewe, which is really cool. The Brass, like, you know, because that's pretty cultural for New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple of other ones that I don't remember off the top of my head, but they were all literally better than the fucking Pelicans. I don't care if it's the state bird of Louisiana. Like, that's going to be some shit like that you mumble. Like, yeah, yo, what team you play for? The Pelicans.
Like, why do you... Yo, I'm like, really? Who's sitting there, you know, trying to market the team and call it, like, the Pelicans? Like, and you know they're going to probably do some whack shit and design it like a gangster or a tough-ass looking Pelican.
Hold on. Let me find the link real quick. I'm going to send it to you in the show notes. They actually dropped the logo. The logo's not too bad, being fair. I got to find that shit. It was on the Collie last night. We were talking about it. But, like, pretty much, though, like, the way that the NBA is going, like, all the teams' uniforms and, like, the colors, they're all starting to fucking look alike. Like, and I know you don't watch a whole lot of sports, but I'm looking at this shit like, come on, man. Y'all couldn't have nothing original?
Shit, the Pelicans. Wasn't another team that just switched, like, their names or something so long ago?
Well, it was the Sonics. They got bought and moved to Oklahoma City. They became the Thunder.
The Thunder. I mean, that's not bad.
The Pelicans is worse than the Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder sounds like a WNBA team.
Yeah, Thunder's not too bad, but the Pelicans.
But they could have been the Outlaws, the Bandits. Like, they could have had some cool ass names, but no, they go with this. But the good thing is that Charlotte might be able to get the Hornets back, so they can go from the crappy ass Bobcats name to maybe going back to the Hornets. So that would be cool.
Yeah, that's definitely
bring my child back.
The Pelicans. You might as well name them motherfuckers the Barbies or something.
The Barbies. All right, so you got an L of the week?
Yeah. I'm about to give a L of the week out right now, man. My L of the week, I'm dedicating this to the Kali.com. Shout out to the Kali. L of the week goes to the homeboy Hip Hop Lives Forever over at the Kali for copping the damn Microsoft Surface RT when it launched, because the price for them shits are about to drop this fucking year. We're gonna have a whole special when them shits drop. When the price on that shit drops, we're gonna have a whole special. We're gonna cover it. But he copped this at the original price, which was what, like $600. Honestly, I'm giving him the L just for copping it at full price when it dropped. You never do that with untested tech. And yeah, it was a tablet, but it was a Microsoft tablet. Not to say the tablets are bad. We've spoken about them. Good specs on them, but for that price, they weren't worth $600, $700, whatever the ridiculous price on them things was. So he gets my Nas L of the week.
All right. If you got named, you ain't got no other choice but to take that L, y'all. So, all right. So we'll definitely have to keep those coming. So let's go ahead and wrap up pop culture with our Netflix recommendations.
Yes, and I'm not even gonna bullshit you guys. I'm gonna pull up Netflix right now, see what I recently watched.
Well, I got mine, so you can go ahead and I was even gonna say, let me just go ahead with mine, and then you didn't even have to tell everybody you were gonna bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But mine is I'm back on my documentary craze again, and I watched this a couple of weeks ago. Danny, I don't think I told you about it. We usually tell each other about the shit that we watch. But I watched the documentary called Camp 14 Total Control Zone. And basically what this is about a Korean dude. It's a Korean guy, and he was born in a Korean prison camp.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole life, he was raised in this camp. With, like, his parents were both prisoners. I think his parents were political prisoners. And, like, pretty much it's the worst conditions that you can think of. Like, it's a labor camp. So, it's not like, it's not like prison here where, you got heat and all, you got heat and all that shit. Like, I think he said he got sent to work in the mines when he was 5 years old.
Wow.
And, like, I mean, it's just so fucked up. Like, dude lived there his entire life, and he actually escaped. He did time in prison and he details what happens to him in the prison. And it just is enough to make you cringe. Like, even as a grown man, like, you can really feel dude's pain. Like some stuff he's just like, I can't talk about this right now. Just, give me a minute, please. But he, at one point, I think he was 12, he overhears his mother, and his brother talking about his brother left work. And, that's pretty much a big no-no there, He left the mines, like, without being told that he can leave. And his mom gave him some extra food. His mom was, like, putting away food.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad because he was hungry. And he was, like, he held a grudge, like, to his mom, like, why are you holding food for nothing when we're hungry? You know what I mean? So, like, he legit got mad, and, all his life, he's been raised, like, if you see somebody doing something that they're not supposed to do, you need to tell, because if it gets found out that you know about it, you're going to get in trouble, too. So he goes to tell his teacher that his brother was going to escape, and they lock him in this prison, and I don't recall off the top of my head how much time he had to do in the prison, but they, like, tortured him for, like, X amount of time.
Damn.
And the teacher didn't even tell the people in the jail that that's why he arrested, that he told that his brother was going to be escaping. They never even told him. So he pretty much got tortured and shit for that extended amount of time for no reason. But he escapes, and, he tells you how he escapes and things like that in the documentary. I'm not going to go in through it when he's 20. So his whole life, eating the same stuff every day, seeing the same things every day, getting beat every day, having the, mandatory public executions they had to watch. He grew up watching that. So just to see, like, about that, it's pretty interesting. So, and it's definitely one of those things, don't watch it when you're trying to go out and have fun, because it'll definitely fuck up your mood. So it's called Camp 14 Total Control Zone, my Netflix recommendation.
Alright, for mine, I'm gonna drop, mine's just straight adrenaline pumping and Give this movie a chance, guys. It is Steven Seagal and Steve Austin. Yes, Steve Austin, the wrestler. Shit's called Maximum Conviction. Plot of the movie is they both semi-run a one of these black op prison type of deals, and some mercenaries force themselves in order to kill or capture this one lady, these two ladies, with some type of sensitive information against the mercenaries. And the movie's just, like I said, don't expect a lot of dialogue here. This is just gunplay from Steve Austin, and you guys know Steven Seagal just with that handwork fucking people up. This is just an hour and a half. This some shit you watch like right before the football game or some shit like that, right before you're about to go out. It's just straight up action. I mean, again, don't expect no crazy acting, so don't get pissed at me. But it's a good 3.5 stars at least. So that's my Netflix recommendation. I've really been slacking. I haven't seen no high quality shit, just because I've been actually catching up on a lot of shit I missed back in the day and watching it in good Blu-ray quality and shit like that. But Maximum Conviction on Netflix, my pick of the week.
Oh, my for my documentary, I give that a 5 out of 5 stars.
Nice.
So have we ever given out anything that's 5 out of 5 yet? I think maybe just documentaries, right?
Yeah, probably documentaries. I don't think we've put any movie. Actually, no. I think I reviewed that Hitler movie one time, Hitler's Secretary.
Oh yeah.
Or something like that. And that's the movie where everybody gets the skit of what would Hitler say or what would Hitler do on YouTube. Yeah, I gave that movie 5 stars. Off the top of my head, that's the only movie I can think of that deserves 5 stars right now.
I can't remember. My memory fucking sucks anyway. All right, so let's jump to tech. I feel weird saying let's jump to tech because we've always done it the other way around for, what is this, 18 episodes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit. All right, so let's jump right into it. The LG Optimus G hit 1 million sales worldwide. Does this matter at all?
Yes, it does. This is big because people were doubting. And the article says worldwide, but then when you actually scroll down and read it, they say that this is only that's not too shabby for a phone that's only been available in North America. Oh no, I was reading it wrong. So it's only been available here, and I guess they're saying we're the bigger market since November. This is big because before the LG Optimus, can you name any LG phone that even mattered?
I had the chocolate back in the day, man.
That's I really can't think of it. A lot of people remember when Google said that LG was gonna be making the next Nexus, the new Nexus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I was on that doubtful wave.
Yo, I was telling people because I remember I was hearing the early rumors about the specs for this phone, for the Optimus G, which is sort of like the half brother of the Nexus 4. And this phone's about to be beastly. LG's about to have a hit on their hands, and it looks like they do. It looks like they do with the Optimus G. They have 1 million units sold on this. So again, good for them. I love the design on the phone. The thing has crazy specs. It's already been proven to make it as a Nexus phone, being that you can't find the fucking Nexus 4 anywhere right now. So again, shout out to LG. The more people that are putting out phones, high quality phones, hopefully, this reflects phone prices going down.
Yeah, the only thing, the phone, feature-wise, I see, the commercials, and all the little features that they have cooked in are fucking dope. Like, that, transparent keyboard while you're watching a video. That shit is dope, but I don't like the design of the phone.
Really? I like it.
I don't like just the plain rectangular glass, I don't know, I'm a big fan of, the curved edges, the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, even the Nexus 7 has, some of those curves. I like that. This one, it looks sleek. I don't know, personally, I think I just like curves.
It reminds me of their TVs.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
it kind of reminds me of a 3GS a little bit.
Yeah.
With the black glass, it does. It's a sleek looking phone, and Sprint actually has them for fucking crazy cheap, but I'm not upgrading my contract with these motherfuckers.
No, fuck that.
I should have saved that to segue into our other one that you gotta drop. But our boy, The king done came back for his crown, dog.
King.com, not giving a fuck. Y'all can raid my house, lock me up, take down my website. Fucking, I don't care. The new Megaupload is up. It's just Mega. It's mega.nz.com or something like that. But yeah, he gave no fucks, and I mean literally, I think he said a year to the day. Literally a year to the day, the new Mega launched. What you guys need to know, it's still as you know what I love. I've said this a couple of times, but I love websites with good designs to them. I hate clunky ass websites. Off the bat, website runs fine. There's no lag on anywhere on the site. It's a storage site. You get a 50 gigabytes for free, which pretty much blows away Drive and Dropbox and everybody else. And it's tiered. There's different tiers for once you start paying. So it's Pro 1 where you get 500 gigs. Pro 2 you get 2 terabytes. Pro 3 you get 4 terabytes. And then varying levels of bandwidth. And one it's from $10, $20, and then $30 a fucking month. And I mean, like I said, the launch was good. The website's fine. But he has to gain people's confidence again, because a lot of people aren't trusting it, because a lot of people lost. There were people that did lose illegal files, but there were people that legitimately lost important files, and they haven't been able to get them back just yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to check it out at all, but this is he don't give a fuck. This is still really good for everybody that likes to share.
Yeah, it is. And he already has a lot of plans. If you guys follow him on Twitter, he's entertaining to follow on Twitter. And he already kind of gave a little sneak view of Mega movies. And I know there was like a Mega music thing coming out. So, I mean, he has plans for this. And this shit is fucking... Last I heard, he was already at 10 million users on there. Like nothing.
Damn.
Like nothing. I haven't shared files on there yet. I have a membership, and I haven't found somebody to share a file with. I was supposed to share the Zero Dark 30 movie with you last week, but I had deleted it off my drive. But yeah, he has to get people's confidence back. But I say more power to him. They shut down his fucking site. They raided his house illegally, put guns to his head. Not his house, his little island, because you can't even call a guy's house a house. It's a fucking mega mansion. No pun intended. And they did a whole bunch of illegal shit to him to knock down his site. And yeah, but now there's like the way the new site's set up, there's like certain encryption codes that are being used, and it can't, basically he can't know, or his company does not know what you put on their servers. They really have no way of knowing if you're uploading a legal file or an illegal file, so they wash their hands from that aspect of it, so they can get raided like last time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before somebody's gonna complain about something and try and get it shut down. But the company pretty much, like you said, washed their hands of any liability that they may have.
For the most part, I was always thinking like, you can only wash your hands from liability from so much before somebody, really put some super illegal shit up there. And, somebody has to be held responsible for what's going on there. So, like always, if you guys are going to sign up for the site, I'd be cautious. I wouldn't. The main thing is, not cautious in the sense of sharing files, but I wouldn't use this site just to back up my whole music collection or nothing like that. Always have your music, or always have your stuff backed up on an actual physical drive, not in the cloud completely.
Hey, I gotta do that too. I gotta get a external here soon, because my laptop, I keep saying, is fucking Larry Holmes status. I'm surprised it's still hanging on. But so I gotta do that soon. But yeah, so we were talking about it a little while ago. We got some early S4 rumors, and I'm gonna be honest, I believe shit.
Yeah, and these are when we mean these are early.
I think this is.
When we mean these are early, we mean these are like super early rumors. These are like 2-month early baby rumors. Fucking yeah. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. We have codename Atlas. Yeah, codename Atlas or Latias. As far as specs, they're talking about a 4.9 screen, Super AMOLED screen, 8-core processor, and which that kind of stands out to me as like suspect.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And a flexible, it's a product kind of like flexible, unbreakable screen. Now,
Yeah.
does unbreakable mean that it doesn't crack neither? I'm assuming that's what that means, right?
I think. Do you remember? Shit, when was it? I don't remember when it was. Remember, I showed you that link. With the dudes twisting the LCD.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
It
that
was a
screen.
while ago. Fucking giving that shit Indian burns. I think that's what it is. So if they use, because a lot of times with phones, like, you drop your phone, what is gonna happen? Well, one of three things I should say. Either nothing's gonna happen and your phone's gonna be fine. The glass breaks, or the glass stays. Yeah, like, your glass breaks, or the other thing is that the screen, not the glass. A lot of people seem to think that's one piece. That actually goes, and that's where you see like this whole screen is black.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. What else do we have here? Flexible screen. I mean, that's a.
All right, I guess someone out in the mobile world didn't want us talking shit about Samsung because they kept fucking up our Skype call. But we're back. But yeah, I don't know, man. This unbreakable screen shit, it's kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know what that really entails because don't one of these phones out there supposedly have quote unquote unbreakable glass on their?
I mean, whenever I hear this fucking Gorilla Glass on all these phones, I thought that's what that meant for to a certain extent, not totally unbreakable. But with what's being said with this phone, they're using flexible, unbreakable screen. That's what that they're using this exact wording. I don't think I've ever seen this exact wording on other mainstream phones. So it'll be interesting to see if you guys check out if you Google the X4 and you come across some of these pictures, the screen kind of looks like the flexible part. The screen kind of goes off the edge a little bit, just a slight bit, and that's all right. The only thing I don't like about this phone, I'm not liking this. I don't know why they put 4.99 inch. Like you make this, say it's a 5-inch phone, and that's a Note 2 size already. Which adds to the whole thing about this being a very far off rumor, because they're not gonna make a phone just an inch, not even an inch, less than an inch smaller than my fucking Note 2.
Yeah.
It might. I'm hoping. Some of these specs might be true. The battery size is 2600 milliamp. That might stay true. It might have this unbreakable screen. That might stay true. Wireless charging, that might be true. But I mean, just the fact that this is coming out so early. Honestly, the S3 is a huge phone. It's sold tens of millions already. I'm not a fan of Samsung coming out with this Galaxy line every year. I think a year, it's too quick.
It's Apple. That's being like Apple. If this comes out like this, like with these specs that these rumored specs, quote unquote, where because what size is the battery in the Galaxy S3? Do you know off the top?
I don't know. I can pull it up in a second. Oh no, but it's probably close to this.
It's probably, and I mean, doesn't the S3 have wireless charging anyway?
I don't think it does.
Okay, but still, like that's really like some 3G to 3GS, 4 to 4S shit where it's a small upgrade. You know what I mean? That just came out a year later. I could see if it was a year and a half, then that would be okay. But
it's a 2100 milliamp.
So,
yeah.
21 to 26, that's not too much of a difference there. I don't know, man.
And then an 8-core processor.
What's that?
Then an 8-core processor.
Yeah, I'm calling DuckTales at that too.
For real.
I don't know, man. And the other thing that kind of turned me off was the picture. It looks exactly like the S3.
I don't know if I haven't seen enough S3s, but like I don't mind. I mean, if this is what the S3 looks like, I don't mind the look of the S3. My one gripe with Samsung for the longest has been the use of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan, and it's a good looking phone to me. I know a lot of people were bitching about the it actually has a physical home button on it, and I don't mind that neither. So I don't mind the looks of it. It looks like the screen is slightly bigger than the S3, like it's using more space on the front.
Yeah, man, I just feel like if you're gonna come out with a new phone, make a new design, and that's, you know, I always am on Apple. They made the 4S. It looks the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The 5 looks pretty much the same too. You know, if you're gonna make a new phone, you're gonna give it a new name, give it a new design to make it stand out differently than the other ones.
They're getting I mean, one could say they're getting lazy because they're moving so much phones, and this phone is really, like, you know, when you read online, people are really, really, really wanting this phone. Like this phone, yeah, again, this one I think is gonna sell even more than the S3. So, but you know, hopefully after this for the S5 or something, if this is the end product, if this one really looks that much like the S3, hopefully for the S5 they switch it up. Or even with this, I don't know. I doubt they're gonna do it, but give us something, you know, something new, a new pricing or something. You know, this shit's probably gonna cost an arm and a leg off contract. But
of course,
give us a new pricing or something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sacrifice specs for price.
Yeah.
Unless you get a Nexus.
Yeah, and the price and the specs are there with the Nexus.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of prices, we called it the Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, and I alluded.
Price is going to the bushes.
Yeah, I alluded to this in my Nas L of the week, but now a couple of places online are saying they expect the price of the Surface to drop to $300 within the next 2 to 3 months. 2 months. That's a 38% price drop. That's PCTablet.com and a couple of other news sites. You know, they're reporting, you know, the sales have been slow. I was reading up on this before we came on, and Microsoft hasn't given exact numbers, but generous estimates are anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million sold, and even the websites themselves are saying they're being real generous at that. And the issue that's happening is that, you know, now allegedly the real tablet's going to come out, the Surface Pro, which costs like $1,000 in its own right. So, you know, they're just saying if Microsoft even wants to, this is the one that's supposed to move. So if Microsoft doesn't want to take a major loss, they're going to have to drop the price on the Surface RT. Which again, right now it costs $500. If you want to get a Surface RT right now, it costs $500, and that's without a keyboard. The keyboard's an extra $120, so that's $620. But they're saying the price is going to drop to $300, and I expect you're probably going to be able to find this thing probably for like $350 with the keyboard. But you know, at $300, they're looking at more realistic sales.
Let's see if they drop down another $50 to $100.
Shit, at that price, they're gonna have the internet going nuts. I think even at $300, I think this thing is gonna fly off the shelves. And if I have an extra $300, I might pick one up at the end of the year. Not right away, probably a couple of months later. But shit, if they drop this thing down to $200, they're not. I don't expect it to be that ridiculous. But at $200, people are gonna be selling their kidneys for this one. I know we shit on it all the time, and it's not.
People gonna be using their child support money.
Yeah, man, the WIC cards on there and shit. I mean, it's not the specs, because, you know, it's not the specs that we shit on this on the RT for. It's not the specs. It's definitely a good looking device, and the specs are there, but it's the ridiculous price. And also, on the RT one, there's like certain apps that you really can't install apps on it, even though the goons on XDA have already found a workaround around that, which is very exciting. And another reason why the price needs to drop on this, because once the price drops and a lot of these big developers start getting their hands on these, they can start coming up with a lot more fabulous hacks for this. Like, that's when this shit's going to be worth something right there.
Yeah, if they can get those pro features on the entry level one, then it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, they're already, they already started working. I know there's some apps they can think, and they if they can't bring the apps themselves, there's guys that have written apps that are equal to the pro ones. So that's going to be big.
And if you can get full Office Suite on the entry on the RT, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, and I don't think you can. That was one of the major complaints. I don't even think that you can do it with this shit. But yeah, I mean, if I pick one of these things up, I just plan to use it like a media viewer type of thing.
I think, but I mean, I'm saying like maybe somebody will find a way to hack it.
Oh yeah, to get full apps.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you know the crazy part about this. I mean, I should have said this a couple of seconds ago. It's not that the machine itself, the specs aren't capable of handling the pro apps. It's something with some signature that Microsoft has to authorize within the code, and they just don't authorize it. If they were to authorize it, this thing could run all the apps that the pro can.
Well, yeah, because they they want to charge $900 for the what is it, the ST? Is that what it's called?
Which one?
The high end one.
The Pro. It's just called the Surface Pro.
Oh, it's called the Pro. I thought it was like the S something, but
no.
Yeah, it's they just that's a money grab, man. It's a money grab, and you can see Microsoft being greedy. And I think I said that when they first announced the prices of this, and I said, like we were talking about it, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is trying to get money off of all this, and it's just not a smart choice. Like you said, they're getting into the game, in the tablet game, and then you already have a high markup. What incentive do people have to get it? And that's pretty much been our main gripe with it. And I think a lot of people misunderstand that we're shitting on Windows 8, and that's not the case, because from everything that I've heard, it's really, really, really nice. I've talked to about 5 different people who love it.
Yeah, it is. It's all the reviews I've read for the. Oh, you saw? Are we talking about just Windows 8, the software, or the tablets?
The software, like on the phone and the tablet.
Oh yeah, I mean I run Windows 8 now on this thing. I mean it's not bad. I can't say there's anything that stands out from it, but it's beforehand people were bitching about how horrible it was. I can't find nothing horrible about it. The Windows RT, I really, I don't have much I start my computer up and it's there, and I have a couple of apps. I have a YouTube app called PrimeTube. I have my Netflix app there, and I have a SkyDrive app, which I think comes pre-installed. I really don't have much interaction with it, but it doesn't, it doesn't bother me. And there's the Xbox Smart Glass app, which works. I don't have it activated now, which works. But,
I love that app on Android.
I assume once you have, if you have a Windows 8 phone and a Windows 8 tablet and Windows 8 on your computer, you have the whole ecosystem. I assume there's that connection there. I don't have all those different machines. I just have a laptop running Windows 8, but I can't complain about Windows 8 so far.
Yeah, it's pretty much money.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of moving forward, things like that. You put this in here, and I don't know a lot about it.
3D printers. I mean, they're in the headlines now. The technology's really been getting cheaper. It's been out for a while. Obviously, it first started industrial. It's now getting commercial, and it's getting cheaper now. And I mean, what's really brought this to the forefront, and the reason I brought it up, is because there's a company called Defense Distributed, and they're trying to do this project called the Wiki Gun, and basically they're designing printable guns. And yeah, they've been getting a lot of flack about it, and they're back in the news now with the whole Connecticut school shooting, because their assault rifles are trying to put a ban on shit like that, and these guys basically printed out a 30 round, because they were gonna ban assault rifles from having a certain amount of rounds or whatever. Anyways, these guys came out with a 30-round assault rifle magazine that you can print out. And there's a video on it, and they test a printed out version of this magazine. They put it in a AR. I forgot what type of assault rifle it is. They shoot it off, and it works fine. And that may not sound impressive at first, but you guys have to think about it. For anywhere from $300 to $500, you can go out and get yourself a 3D printer. Then online for free, you can get this file, which is a 3D file. You can download the software to manipulate this 3D file, and you can print out this 30-round magazine. And that's just one of the things. On the website itself, they have printable silencers. They have printable guns, but it's like this old like fucking gun. It's like an old ass gun. But the fact that at the rate they're going, one day you will be able to go online and print out a machine gun, a fucking Uzi, or an AK-47. They have AK-47 magazines on there. I believe they have a silencer for an AK-47. Just a bunch of shit like that. That just blows my mind that you can do this. And that's just one of the things you can do with 3D printers. Another more impressive and less deadly one, and this is how I first heard of it years ago when I was really impressed by it, was they were talking about using this in medicine, where you could one day be able to print out a fucking heart or print out a lung. And that technology is not that far off. I mean, currently they do use it to print out certain things that they use or whatever, like heart valves and things like that. So it is fucking being used, but they're like, again,
too bad the first fucking thing that they use for it is fucking guns.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's getting the most popularity is the guns, but again, there are things like printing out organ tissues and stuff like that. Now when you got to switch organs, you got to go on waiting lists and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But it's really possible that 10 years from now, this technology is going to be so far ahead that no longer, you don't have to wait. It might not be cheaper. It's obviously not going to be cheaper than what it is now. It might be a little bit more expensive, but you're not going to have to wait anymore. People are not going to die because they couldn't get this the heart or whatever, a lung transplant, whatever it is. The shit's going to be able to get printed. I mean, there's all types of applications, and people are already, kind of conspiracy theorists are already saying, this might fuck up manufacturing, because of course the problem always lays when something is free. Because if you had to pay for shit, when you got to pay for shit, there's never no problem. As soon as people start talking about free, that's when there's a problem. Being that the internet is so open, you can share everything, which is one of my mottos: internet, share everything. You could quite literally, something as simple as, let's say you need a new hamper or a new small garbage pail or a fucking light bulb or something like that. Maybe 20 years from now, you won't even have to buy that shit. You can go on Megaupload 0.3 and download yourself the 3D plans for a light bulb or for a chair, and print out the pieces for it on your 3D printer and put it together. And again, this is not complicated, because I was able to download the 3D printing software and download the file for the magazine within seconds, and I was already manipulating it, and I've never used 3D printing software in my life. It was that simple to understand. So again, this technology is real fucking exciting. Again, just for the fact that you can start designing things as you wish. Like I said, you can start, and even Nokia. I put this on the thread in the Kali. Nokia right now, for the Lumia 920, Nokia released the file for the back cover. So if you have a 3D printer and you have a Nokia 920, you can go, for the Lumia 820, you can go download the file, custom make your own back cover, and if you have a 3D printer, print it out. So you don't need if you want a new case, you can fucking make your own case. And that shit is just amazing to me, and to me, it's the most exciting. I think I mentioned this on the show last week when we were talking about most exciting new technologies, and the fucking 3D printing to me is exciting.
That shit is fucking. That's wild. That's why I'm like quiet. I'm like, damn. That shit, like, because I'm thinking about like all the possibilities, and it's starting to make my head hurt.
Yeah, you can like,
just thinking of everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild.
Anybody, it's not like 3D printers are not that expensive. They're smaller one. They're smaller now. And for people that may not know, what you use to print out, like for example, the you obviously don't use ink. The guys that made the AR magazine, there's different materials, and what they use is basically a liquid plastic, and it is strong enough to to hold the bullets, and it was strong enough to be good. And even if you follow them on their blog, just Google Defense Distributed and you go to their blog. So boom. So on Saturday they released this AR 30 clip magazine. They tested it out. Other people tested it out. People got back to them with certain complaints, like, oh, listen, it's cracking on this edge. Literally within 24 hours, they adjusted the file on the software and re-released it. So like that's a crazy turnaround time right there. Like that's an immediate turnaround time right there. So if you release a product and your customers don't like it, you go back, you adjust it, release it again. If any of you guys are thinking about getting into any majors or whatever, I'd look up getting into this 3D shit.
That AutoCAD.
Yeah, that CAD software.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so definitely with that, like that shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you want to talk to everybody about how your Simple Mobile and all that's been working?
Simple Mobile, yeah, I know you guys know I've been preaching about this shit probably since we started the show, but I finally made the jump to Simple Mobile just like I said I would. I waited for my contract to be over, January 2013, and first thing I did, I ordered the chip from Simple Mobile, and I got the $40 plan. $40 gives me unlimited text, unlimited minutes, and unlimited data. The data, though, is only the first 250 megabytes are 4G. The rest of the data, still unlimited, is 3G. I waited to get the chip in the card. I called T-Mobile up, told them I wanted to cancel my plan. They tried to offer me the fucking world to stay with them because I had been with them for 6 years. I told them to go fuck themselves and get me off my plan. It was actually real simple, real straightforward. I did have to call up Simple Mobile so they could port my number over. It took a couple of hours. Once that process was done, I literally popped the Simple Mobile pin in. Didn't have to adjust anything. I didn't have to adjust any settings to receive multimedia messages or SMS or anything like that. It just fucking worked. I did have some customer service issues that I told you about at first. But I'll be damned. I get good service. I actually get better service inside my house than I did with T-Mobile, because with T-Mobile I needed to have Wi-Fi calling on to get service in my house. With Simple Mobile, they use the T-Mobile and the AT&T towers. With Simple Mobile, I don't have to do that. I get good service all the fucking time, and I'm saving myself damn near, what was that, $50 a month on my cell phone bill.
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, so far I cannot complain. I'm not gonna go back to any postpaid services. Again, the only limitations that I have now, because like I've told you guys before, my phone is fucking shitty as hell. So that's it. But besides that, like, I use 3G, and I guess even before this, my speeds were semi slow. So again, with my phone, the Samsung Dart, I don't expect it to run like a Nexus or like a Galaxy Line type phone. So if a web page takes 30 seconds to load, I'm cool with that. So so far I can't complain. Again, I can't talk too much about their 4G speeds because only my first 250 megabytes are 4G. But so far, Simple Mobile, like I said, Simple Mobile gets thumbs up from me. And if you're in the East Coast area, especially Upper East Coast here where me and Judd are, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, you're looking for a prepaid company to go for, look into Simple Mobile. Seriously, if it's $40 a month, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I gotta be on the lookout for some phones that I can cop on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still trying to weigh my options, what I want to do. Other than the fact that I know is Sprint and I aren't continuing this relationship much longer. It's terrible, man. Like it's gotten so bad. I've been 2 years was December, and when I started off, like to put it all like in perspective, like my 4G, if I turn my 4G on and I downloaded an app, it took like 2 seconds to download, right?
Yeah.
So now I have my 4G, and I try and download an app. That shit takes it takes a minute. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Ah, man,
my 3G is like at home. Like I keep saying, like I live downtown.
Mm-hmm.
My 3G is practically unusable downtown. Like I can barely stream music over 3G when I'm at home.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And then yeah, I think like the price we pay for these services and all the hidden fees and all that other shit. When like again, like, I don't understand. If Simple Mobile can provide the service for $40 a month, and it works, why can't these other companies provide it for cheaper and just make it work? Because everybody I know, no matter what, you'll find somebody, even on Verizon. People say Verizon is the holy grail of having good service, but you will find people that will complain about the service they get on Verizon. So then
it all depends on where you live, and I keep arguing with people that there's no clear-cut best for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it really depends on where you live. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's pretty much the end-all, be-all there. But, you know, leave it to people that don't know. They'll, you know, oh, this is the best or this is the best. You know, and it's crazy because Verizon has really, really good service pretty much everywhere. But it's fucking expensive. But actually, you know what, though? I take that back. It's not as bad. Like, I was looking, like, my girl and I were talking about maybe switching to Verizon. Mm-hmm. And for pretty much what I pay now with Sprint, I would pay that at Verizon. The only difference would be is that I don't have unlimited data with Verizon. We would have, I think, 6 gigs between the two of us.
Yeah.
And it would be about the same that I pay with Sprint, and that's with insurance for both of our phones. So it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things. I mean, of course, you know, it's not prepaid prices. You know, it's not the top Simple Mobile, but, you know, if I'm already paying the same price, it's not an L in you know, the big picture. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my fallback plan, because you pretty much, like, if you go that route with prepaid, you got to either have some bread set for a phone to buy it outright unlocked, or you got to find a deal on Craigslist. Like right now, there's people selling Galaxy S3s for like $250 or so, $300, which isn't too bad. You know what I mean? If that's the route you want to go. So it's kind of two ways of thinking there. Or you can just drop 6 or so on a fucking Note 2. But if, you know, you want to spend that kind of bread, that's on you. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's really about what is more convenient for you. But you can't really beat those prepaid prices. And the service that you're getting is fucking as good as each other, because it's the same radio, same towers, same shit.
Yep. Prepaid.
All right, so do we got anything lined up for next week that we're going to talk about?
Let me see what we'll hit on next. I think next week we need to update the PS4 and the Xbox 720 rumors. Those those have been that's been really big. They're talking about, it's pretty much, I want to say almost 90% confirmed that Microsoft and Sony would announce, maybe not drop, but will announce the PS4 and the 720 in their respective trade shows that are coming up now. We can.
The other thing telephones is illegal.
Yeah, the unlocking the phones is illegal. That bullshit behind that.
So there's gonna be more stuff. Sometimes we have stuff lined up. A lot of times we just pull stuff out of the air throughout the course of the week, because sometimes big news don't get dropped till like Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, to the middle of the week. Weekends are always slow.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so you got any shout outs?
Let me see what I'm gonna give a shout out to. Just like always, man. Keep shouting out to Carly, shouting out everybody on Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend the podcast. I was talking to this before. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend for you guys to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast or whatever. I'm gonna give him that little plug or whatever. It's a real interesting podcast. I just got into. It's really hit or miss with his shows. Go ahead and give that a listen, and just shout out to everybody. Keep on listening to us. First of all.
All right. For me, just shout out to Gabby. For her coming through, taking out her time to come on the show, showing us some love. Everybody that's been popping up out of the woodworks lately, showing us love since our hiatus. We really appreciate that, y'all. We're going to try and get everybody to come through and chop it up with us. Shout out to the Kali, everybody on there that supports us. Shout out to our followers on Twitter. People have been popping up, so keep retweeting that to your friends. Get them to listen. And everybody pretty much that's listening. We appreciate the support, everybody. Thanks for holding us down while we were gone, but we're back now, like I said. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if y'all got any suggestions for any topics, you can email us, thegeekset@gmail.com. You can hit us on Twitter @GeekSetRadio. Let us know if you guys got some L's you want people to take, if you got some dumbass Craigslist deals, anything. You got a problem with something, holla at us. So with that being said, for Danny, I'm Jet. This is Geek Set Radio, and we out.